And Dobie and the rest will be making their way to Leeds on Thursday at the First Direct Arena.
Two big fish. One ain't going.
Noppert did have a really good record, didn't he, on ones? I think there was some stat, I don't know whether he's maintained it, but I don't think many players have rattled more 170s than Noppert over the last 2 or 3 years.
He's not adding to that here.
No, he certainly isn't. And Dobie's lurking on 74 as well. But it would just be a hold of throw, but there is pressure on this with Noppert on 72. It's a leg that's in the balance, single 14. So 20 for tops here for Dobie.
54. Danny Uruguay 72.
Well, Noppy should not have a problem of a block of darts at whatever double he's going for, and it will be tops. Nothing in the way.
Yeah,
and Chris Dobie is not getting in the way of Danny Noppert.
I think it is special because there is just the one tournament in Austria this year, as was the case 12 months ago as well.
71.
Yes, they've spent the 2-hour break embracing the spirit of having a load of cans in the car park as well, which always adds to the atmosphere.
58. Danny Uruguay 132.
Did see a guy skateboarding in with supplies earlier as well, which I had to doff my cap to. It was expertise, balancing on a skateboard at speed with 2 carrier bags either side.
82.
Danny Noppert, again, leaving tops. He didn't have to go for the treble 20 there when he blocked it. He could have gone over to the 18s and made life a little bit easier for himself. I think that maybe his board management is a little bit suspect at times. I mean, ultimately, he's a better player in this game, and he should be going into the lead again because he is finding his range on double top. That is improved as the match has gone on. It might be changing. It might be changing. And Danny Noppert might end up ruining those misses in 4 separate legs, often multiple darts at double.
Yeah, when Dobie got the break back at 3-2, Noppert had missed 2 darts at double 8. There was that miss at double 20 in the last leg as well. Dobie here, 181 minus whatever he picks up on this visit.
65.
It could have been a lot better.
21.
But he's down to a finish that doesn't require the bullseye. Danny Noppert might need one. Might not even get a go at it. He doesn't. And Chris Dobie, if he can take out the biggest finish of this match so far, he'll go into the lead.
For the first time. And he does not like that one bit. Has to move over to the right-hand side of the oche. 96 away. Can't find this treble 20 that he desperately needed there, and it's just 60. And well, okay, he's down to 56, but Danny Noppert looking at a more manageable 68 on this occasion. That said, the finishing has raised 1 or 2 question marks of late for Danny Noppert.
His tops again. And this time he gets it. Could be a really good one as well. Could be 41.
140.
Not quite, but a trio of ton 40s leaves him on a potential 11-darter, and that would be the best leg of the match.
Yeah, it could be that he's saving the best for last.
44.
Oh no, that's a nightmare. He's left a bogey number. Danny Noppert doesn't even have to incorporate the ball here. He's got time. I mean, don't take all of it, would be my advice.
74, might look at the 14s. Does so. Just the single.
41.
But no pressure on that particular visit. Dobie needs something just to apply some pressure. It could be too late all this.
He would have had a shot.
Yeah.
He would have had a shot. If he'd just not strayed with that last dart in the previous visit, he would have had a shot to save himself. As it is, he's relying on Noppy missing. And Noppy does not miss. Danny Noppert with a deserved victory over Chris Dobie, his second against him on the Euro Tour this year.
60 behind. 6-0, not 16. Ahead of Dave Chisnell.
161.
Van Dijvenbode is down on 156 again, by the way. Meekel's looking at 161, which is not going to go.
58. 156.
Well, he didn't get it the last time, so he's got another crack at it now. Only one way to get it. And that's a worse effort than the previous shot.
77.
Mikkel needs something to happen. He's been averaging better than Dirk the whole contest, but is losing by 2 legs to 0. He's going to go back to tops to see if it works this time. It does. Game on. We all thought that maybe he would kick on from there, and he did. And I will forever remember that tournament for him making the semi-finals. Probably more so, and with all due respect to Gezi Price, probably remember more about Dirk that weekend than Gezi winning it, and Michael Smith making the final.
Yeah, we mentioned earlier that was the tournament when Damon Hetzer made his Euro Tour debut as well, when he beat Michael Barnard with some very impressive numbers that day as well. It was it was a good tournament, and little did we know that that was going to be the last of it for some time when COVID came calling. Double-double again here for Van Dijvenbode.
What is he up to in this game?
425.
Even the cameraman's getting some love. It's quite tepid out there right now. I've said that word twice now. But I think there's going to be a lot of love for the likes of, say, Riemer van Barneveld, Mensa Sulevic up against Peter Wright. That's going to be ballistic out there.
Can't wait for that one.
I think the Humphreys-Gurney match, I think that's a really good time for them to play, because I think the crowd are going to be quite quiet. Yeah,
there'll be a bit of a lull before they find their voice again for Michael Smith, the world #1 and the world champion. Michael van Gerwen, 4-time champion, on the way later against John Henderson in that repeat of that epic German Darts Masters final from 2016. And then Shindy and Whitlock to bring things down later on. 1-4-6 for Van Dijvenbode. Gettable, 12-darter maybe incoming. He's got another one, double 16. Oh, stunning from Van Dijvenbode. We talked about where the all-important hold of throw was going to come from.
No, we were talking about 3-leg spurts earlier. Yeah, that's pretty good. Anything sub 40 for 3-leg spurts is world-class plus. Could he possibly do another one with 2 treble 19s? There's one. There is not another one. For a second, people were holding their breath in the audience as if to say, yeah, we'll take a 164.
That's a 3-dart average of 120, by the way, over those 3 legs that I was talking about. Anyway, Mikkel, well, tops. Got the one. And he's got the 2. My word, 3 times in this match now we've had tops or double-double combination checkouts.
But I've been proven wrong before.
Great use of the 25 there from Mikkel to get down to 167, and he will have a look at this 167 as well.
56. Ryan, 167.
Well, if this goes, this will bring the house down, and it will be another break of throw, but it's not going to happen for Ryan Mikkel, and Van Dijvenbode should get at least 1 dart out of double in this one.
You mentioned that Dirk made his debut on the European Tour in 2014. When Michael van Gerwen won his first world title in 2014, it was 72.
Well, it's 71 now.
Was he going for tops there? He must have been.
110.
No, I don't know. I'm not sure. He could have been, actually. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him, given what's gone before. But hang on a minute. Tops. He's been good on tops in the main so far today, Ryan Mikkel, and he's good once again. And it's a 110 checkout.
Dirk can put the full stop on it. Oh, that's a 7.
And that's a single 19 as well.
26.
And he's gone out the board with the final dart as well. My word.
86.
He was trying to Briscoe there, 32 for 32, but is that the right time to do that?
I'm not, well, I don't think it is, to be honest. That's a single 4, 82. He may go, he went for the treble 14 to lead tops. We'll talk about whether that was the right thing to, I think it was, given the way he's played on top so far, and given the way that Van Dijvenbode is lurking on 64. So, take 2 here. First dart of the match, and it goes astray.
Dare I say that he didn't look as focused there as he has been at other points in the match. We may be going the distance.
Tops Michael has served him so well today. And just when he needs it the most, he can't find his good friend. He goes missing in action. Agony in the Michael camp. And Van Dijvenbode, having missed one match start at double 16, returns with a second opportunity. And a cry of relief, I suspect, for the number 5 seed, Van Dijvenbode.
Got that feel right, like now. It is magnificent. Oh.
Yeah, seeing's overrated in darts.
Well, kind of is. Doesn't need to, does he? You don't have to stop singing just because the camera's on you, know.
Camera shy, you see. Oh, bit of a false start there for Ryan. Worked out pretty well in the end. Good job he doesn't get disqualified for a false start in darts. It's not sprinting.
This could turn out to be an absolutely monstrous game, couldn't it? Now that Ryan Searle is just starting to get his range, you know what he's capable of. Wow. Well, even Ryan Searle could see that first one was nowhere near.
And Ryan has owned 3 of them. He must like playing Raymond. It's as simple as that, because some people go up against Raymond and they just don't beat him ever. Case in point, I've got my hand up.
Well, the thing is, Ryan Searle is now up to number 13 in the world. He's come within a dart, potentially, of winning a major title. He has a number of PDC titles to his name, and he is playing magnificent darts. Ryan Searle now belongs at the top table in world darts, and I think he believes it. He's practicing with Gary Anderson, darting royalty.
Double 15. Wow, what a leg! My word!
Brilliant.
The thing that is really encouraging for Barney fans and for Raymond himself, he won't know this, Ryan's average has plummeted by about 15 points in the last couple of legs.
Yeah, a lot of missed darts at double. I mean, that was a 24 darter that Barney just won there. He's crammed them all in there, Raymond van Barneveld.
Like penguins in Antarctica in that treble.
Yeah. Little huddle of tungsten in the bottom corner of the treble 20, and it affords him this opportunity, double 12. And it's a 12-dart leg from Raymond van Barneveld. It's a break of throw, and Ryan Searle, who was cruising through this game, all of a sudden... Well, a curious contest, and one in which Raymond van Barneveld must be considered favourite to win now from 5-1 down.
Or is he? Let's find out with a 1-2-1.
Doesn't get a dart for the leg. 62. I like that last dart from Barney. It leaves a single to double combo. Ryan Searle, can he save himself? No, he can't. There has got to be a rising sense of panic from deep within Ryan Searle right now.
Double top. Is Barney level? He is. He might even be ahead and into Sunday if he can hold.
But the Dutchman has to be favourite for the leg from here. Maybe not now. Certainly not now.
20.
Wow. He's handed this on a plate. Even a ton may be enough for Searle. But he's messing around. This is ridiculous.
What is with that treble 1? It's been a magnet the last 30 seconds. 143 turns into 83. Doesn't turn into 32. And Searle, who left 38 in the previous leg, is now hoping to get a shot at double 19, but he doesn't. It's 93 with 2 darts to nick the win.
Can he get a dart at double 18 for the match? Yes, he can. Oh, and it's on the wire. It is on the wire. Heavy metal might be going out of the tournament, having led 5-1. Barney will get match darts. Double top. Double 10. Oh, and he's missed it by a mile. They've both had a chance to win it.
I need to lie down. Will Ryan Searle get one? He does. That was a strange contest where both people mismatched darts.
On the Mensah throw, Mensah looking at 136, so he's chipped off 80 there, so looking good value once again here, Mensah, to nick another one.
This would be unlikely, but kind of funny. It'd be hilarious, wouldn't it? Oh my word, that is one heck of an effort for the world number 2.
Well, one dart at double 18 missed for a 147.
Well, Peter Wright is heading off to his darts case again. Mensah Suljovic is going to take forever. It would appear that Mensah is going back to glacial mode. Bamboo moves faster than Mensah when he's playing like this. For 3-0. Can he find his way through from there? Yes, he can! 3-0 Suljovic. Is he building his own mental wigwam right now? Not quite.
84.
Ooh. Pretty ropey looking tent, that one.
$16 for tops. For 113. And that would have just maybe settled him down as well. That was an opportunity for the biggest checkout of the match so far, but it wasn't to be. Mensah, however, in position once again on tops this time, and 74 is found. And that is the biggest checkout of the match so far, a mere 74, but it's priceless for Mensah Suljovic. Mensah down to a finish first on his throw. How manageable that finish is remains to be seen. Single 20, that one, Mensah leaves 1-2-1. Yeah, nice, sensible play. Gets the 25, brings it down to a 2-dart finish from 96.
Credit to Mensah, he's 50% on the doubles in this game. And he should get match darts. He should get multiple match darts. The stats say if he gets a couple, he wins the game. Going down to the 16s.
56.
Just
well,
sets it up.
It has to go, doesn't it?
Peter Wright to rewrite the script of this one, and it ain't gonna go. And Mensah will return with 3 clear darts at double 20 for a passage into the final day of action here on home soil at the Austrian Darts Open. A nation expects, and Mensah delivers. Mind-boggling match, a mind-boggling performance. Mensah Suljovic has just beaten the world number 2 with an average of 76.5. That's where the players ply their trade, their bread and butter on the most regular circuit.
96.
6 darts for this. Might only need 3. Double 8.
88.
And he's had a couple of shots at double 8 and missed it inside quite violently.
Yeah, 1 from 5 on the double so far. Bit of a concern.
Yeah, he's 2-1 down. We're saying he's not playing particularly well. He's still averaging 107. But that's what elite players do. They make 107 averages look almost subpar. But he doesn't want to give Darrell another shot at a combo. Double 2.
6.
Well, he overcompensated with that final dart, and he has once again fluffed his lines on the double. And Gurney with that good piece of approach play in the previous visit. 55 now after that single 11. Double 18. Yeah, well, Route 66 is the route to glory for Darrell Gurney in that one.
He's played 66 and 146. That's a brilliant return.
100.
Darryl Gurney might be returning to the winner's enclosure as well here. By the way, Luke Humphries 68 with his first 6 darts. He's picked it up a little bit. He managed to find a ton with his 3rd visit, but this is another helping hand for Darryl Gurney, you have to say. Now then, he's got the treble 20, double 19.
120.
You know, I wouldn't have gone for that. I would have gone for a big 6. Last thing I want to do is come back for 19.
And now, well, I mean, the thing is now he's got the option because Humphries is still not on a finish. He might have a look at this. He is looking at the 6, yeah. So he took your advice, maybe a shot too late, but it's worked out in the end. I think he took a bit of a... It was a worthwhile gamble, I think, on that occasion. And Gurney in absolute dreamland here, 5-1. TV major winners in the field, a huge abundance of class, even though we've lost some big names today. And we might well lose another one here. A rub of the hands there from Humphries. That's 2 or 3 times he's done that now.
I think a few people have done that over the course of the last 24 hours. They just haven't been able to find any comfort with the temperature or the humidity. It's been quite unusual for the players to go from the practice room where it's actually quite chilly to the stage it's quite hot, and the temperature change has baffled some of them.
I don't think warm hand Luke works as well.
Doesn't sound as good.
480.
Darryl Gurney closing in on our 2nd successive 6-1 scoreline. And this is also just as unlikely, if not more so, double 12. Bit of a flyer. But that one is absolutely bang on the money. It's another 17 darter for Darryl Gurney. And the resurgence, the renaissance that we talked about continues.
Every social media post that he had led to an article in one of the papers. I mean, not a particularly enlightening one, just Michael Smith is on holiday in Vegas, that kind of thing. But he has got sunburn so bad, it is hard to look at. He's just shown me the state of his back. It's like someone's taken a flamethrower to it.
Well, that wasn't very smart.
Well, no, it wasn't. If you had a steak turn up on your plate in a restaurant that looked like Michael Smith's back, you would send it back for being overdone. And yet, it didn't seem to be causing him any obvious discomfort in the Premier League on Thursday night. Seems to be okay here at the moment. And that is a lovely start to the match for Michael Smith. 103 check out and a 15 darter. I think he's just getting more comfortable with his position in the world of darts. First few months of Ricardo Pietrezco being on the tour, he didn't do anything at all. He wasn't winning games, he wasn't throwing big averages, and he probably felt that, oh, I'm not sure if I can cut it. But the last few months, starting at the back end of last year, he's started to improve, and improve markedly, and he's making Pro Tour semi-finals. He's doing things on the Euro Tour. But there's a difference between playing good stuff and beating the world #1. And at the minute, it doesn't look like the latter is going to happen tonight.
Yeah, an 87 average is not going to cut it against a Michael Smith who can have that for breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Well, you say that, but 76 managed to beat Peter Wright.
Slightly different circumstances in their
careers
right now, and 4-1 for Smith on a stage.
Can't hit a 180 for a 3rd leg running. Had he done so, would have been a massive help to him in this leg. But his victory over Cameron Menzies had a couple of big combination finishes in this range. He needs another one here, potentially.
This is probably the trickiest one of the lot.
Yeah, not easy, because it's treble 20 and ball now. Not far away.
56.
Let's see where Michael goes with the first dart before we go after that. So is it double-double?
Yeah,
it's downstairs twice. Oh.
58.
Whenever he throws that 3rd dart and it's short,
72.
he knows exactly whose fault it is. It wasn't about deflections. He threw that too soft.
Didn't give it a chance. Okay, 24 off. Not what he was after, but leaves him 48. So what do you want, Ricardo? Double 16, double 8, something else weird?
That's a happy accident, that. Single 8 leaves 64. Triple leaves himself single to double combo. And that could be very, very costly.
Could have levelled the game with the world #1. But now finds himself 5-3 behind. Was that the real chance, the big moment in this game?
I wonder what he said.
Go in the treble 20, apparently.
I'm going to start doing it.
When did they start making darts with ears?
When did they start making darts with Siri?
Well, well, well.
Smart darts.
Very smart darts. Can he follow it up, though? Because if he doesn't take out the 81, Michael Smith will get a chance to end the match. Doesn't seem to have had any further words with his arrows. But double 18 cuts the gap to 5-4.
You can take 100 average games. Give me games like this all the time.
That is classy, though.
And that's Ricardo's mate who was in the practice room with him. He's feeling a bit more nervous now because Michael Smith has just found the turbocharge. Back to the 60 to leave 170 and can't get there. He may not be the man after all.
Well, Michael Smith, his 4th 180 of the game, got him this chance. Not going to take out in this visit, but like that last dart, leaves him on a single to double combination. Had he gone elsewhere in search of a treble and not got it, he might have only got 1 match dart when he returned.
But to figure that out, because that was not an easy visit, there was a lot of small misses. To calculate that in such quick style was just so Michael Smith.
Pikachu's gone to pieces there. And Michael Smith to win it. Double 10 is there. It's a 6-5 win for Michael Smith. It looked like it was going to be so much more comfortable. But credit to Ricardo Pietrezco.
But those opportunities have been few and far between so far. 1 taken from 6.
Yeah, and 4 of those came in the first leg where he made a mess of things. And a couple of legs already where he hasn't got a dart at double, and this might be another one.
And it's because Michael van Gerwen is just taking charge early doors in the legs, in the vast majority of legs played so far.
85, Michael requirement 124.
And he might well take charge of this one as well, but then again, maybe not.
Going through the maths in his head.
66 remaining.
They go for the bullseye here. Yep, pins it as well. Well, the setup shots have been pretty good from MVG.
146.
This has got to be note perfect. And it's not quite that.
100. Michael requires 16. Game shown the 5th leg.
The boom around the Steiermark Halle as well.
Pales into insignificance compared to the playoffs, obviously, and he's going to be at the playoffs. May not be top of the table, he isn't at the minute.
36.
But that will have hurt Michael van Gerwen, and he will want to bounce back. And the best way to do that is to throw big numbers, win games, win tournaments.
140.
Just because you've got a bald head doesn't automatically make you a Michael van Gerwen lookalike.
Well, you say that,
86.
but that seems to have been the rule in darts for several years now. Double 4 is there, and it's another leg, 1 on double 4. It's 3 legs on the spin that double 4 has been found, and every single one has been greeted by a cry of boom from Michael van Gerwen.
Well, that's another thing that he mentioned the other night as well.
Yeah, he'll have plenty of options.
He's got plenty of options, yeah. May the 4th for Hendo's big 5-0.
140.
This is perhaps his best scoring leg of the match, this one, John Henderson. It's against the MVG darts.
121.
Seen some ridiculous things tonight.
Wouldn't it be nice if he finished on a 5-0 here as well, Dan, having just bigged it all up? Well, he's go to the 7 seats
97.
with MVG on 188. Sensible from Hendo.
If I remember rightly, in that Euro Tour Classic back in Germany in the final, did he not come back from something ridiculous in the final to force a last leg decide?
I would have to check my notes on that one, but Well, maybe this is now MVG's time. 1-2-1 plays 3-10, although Henderson can just get a little tap on the shoulder. Down to a finish of 170. The big fish is there for the taking if MVG can't find 1-2-1. There's the bullseye.
81. Turn you require 170.
Imagine.
Just imagine.
Think about it. Oh, that's what you're going to have to do because you're not going to see it for real.
95. Michael, you require...
MVG for an 11th consecutive victory here in Graz.
20.
Well, it's not going to the scripts all of a sudden. That is uncharacteristic from MVG. 3 clear darts at tops and he's missed with all 3. Hendo 75 away. 1 dart at tops to take us into a 10th leg. And Henderson has found number 20. Something significant here from Hendo could make things very interesting indeed. And it will be significant as well. Treble 19 would have left double 12, but as it is, he's in position potentially on 62.
This would be ridiculous. This might even trump the mental right game. If John Henderson can complete the comeback. There is still work to do. He's only going to get 1 dart. It's a double top.
Again. Took it with 1 dart last time in the previous leg.
Startled. Knocked out of his rhythm.
22.
And he misses, and maybe that's it. Because Van Gerwen has already missed 5 for the match. Will he miss 6, 7 and 8?
You'd suspect not.
Game,
And Michael Van Gerwen, I think, will be relieved to come through that one, you know, because John Henderson was threatening something spectacular there.
I think that is the next one that everybody wants to see. We've seen, what is it, 3 at the World Grand Prix now? Wade, Thornton and Dolan.
Yeah.
We've seen loads of straight start ones, but a pairs 9-darter. That's next. How about a 160 for Whitlock? Double top. And the flights are in the way, even for the tall Aussie.
Yeah, just left him with a
you require
little bit too much to do there. And Shindy, bit of a let-off. Looking at 30, double 15, straight at it. Nicely done. A versatile player. There were many who often said before that he was only effective in front of a German crowd, but I mean that is such a myth that has been dispelled a long time ago.
Absolutely.
And he's rattled in another maximum there as well for good measure.
And one of the things I like about some players is that you have this preconceived idea of what their top level is and what they could potentially do in their career. What I've seen from Martin over the last 2.5 years is better than I thought he would ever be. He's shown a 120 plus average in Q school. He's shown us that he's got the mustard to possibly win titles. Hasn't done it yet, but he is messing with a legendary player right here.
Just wonder whether he would have gone for the bullseye with Whitlock on 252. Maybe not, but as it is, he's in great shape once again. Whitlock has just completely lost his way here. Schindler has really just taken charge of this, and the opportunities have become really limited. Whitlock's only had 2 darts at a double so far. He's hit 1 of them. But since the leg that he won, he's just had very little to offer. And Shindy makes it 5 on the spin. Yeah, I mean, it's no surprise that Shindy is winning this, but I think the scoreline might be something of a surprise to some people.
Yeah, it's somewhat flattering, you could say, but Whitlock's only had 2 darts at a double, so that tells the story.
Just not getting into those positions. I mean, you look at the front 9 average, and maybe that's a clue why, because Whitlock is averaging 93 over his first 9 darts. Shindy's up at 105 nearly, so he's not, I mean, Shindy's taking control early on and just keeping Whitlock, you know, in the distance, in the background.
Well, that shot of 90 back in leg 4 was very typical of this match. He gets himself a shot after Simon misses 1 dart a double, and then he's been really clinical in the last 5 legs.
Let's see if Whitlock can be clinical here. Yes, he can. That's an 11-darter out of the blue. I think we're going all the way here, you know.
Go to the ball, Simon. He didn't think about it.
84.
Initially, he was caught in two minds. He was going to go for the 60 and try and smash it in. But then he realised, I've got to go bull here. And he was in motion.
Single 7 for Schindler there when he was looking for treble 19 as well. That's indicative of what he's been doing of late. It's all just unravelled here for Martin Schindler. Whitlock is looking at 117. And this is gettable if he's in the mood. Once again, single 7.
Still on.
Still on.
Bullseye! Oh, what was that? There is really no chance of busting this, whereas with 180, there's always that perilous 140 situation.
Well, this time it's a single 3, so 119 required here.
69.
Oh, it's not the worst miss in the world.
Martin required
But
140.
110, if he finds it, would be a match-winning shot now that Schindler has given him it.
And you know what? Having hit the treble 20 and the bullseye in the previous leg, it might just give him that little bit more encouragement to do it again.
What do you think, he's going to go 60 bull? That would be some crescendo to the day.
Not necessarily 60 bull, but 60-50 in some capacity.
Oh, it's still on. Not again. Not again. Yes, again. What on earth, Simon Whitlock? You may just be a wizard.